The Jeremiah Show. Got such three special guests today, Dr. D. Can't wait to talk to them. They're eagerly waiting there in the background. I just wanted to point out that we came in the show with the sister trio, Sorella, and they sang Queen's Good Old Fashioned Lover Boy. That was our opening there. Sounds pretty exciting. We had two chair turns, right? If I counted correctly. Um, and we're going to talk all about that. The Voice, NBC's The Voice. If you're not familiar with it, I'm not sure where you are in the world that you would be unfamiliar with NBC's The Voice season 23, 23rd season. It's such a great season. A very special guest today are the Sorelle Sisters. A little bit about The Voice. America's best undiscovered talent goes head to head on teams led by four of today's biggest musical icons who compete against each other while mentoring inspiring artists and singers in search of the next superstar voice. Voice has new episodes every Monday and Tuesday at 8/7 Central, and you can find it on NBC, and then you can stream it next day on Peacock. Great coaches this year. Chance the Rapper, Kelly Clarkson, Niall Horan, and Blake Shelton. Carson Daly, of course, is the host, and I remember Carson way back from the MTV days. It's so great to see him as the host of NBC's The Voice. So let's get right to our special guest today. Again, the Sorelle sisters, Madi, Anna, and Bella, sisters from a small town, Lexington, Ohio. That's where they join us tonight at 6 p.m. their time. You're famous. You're famous, and you get more and more famouser. Synchronized voices. What a talent, and what a beautiful way to listen and to music. And some of your covers, I kind of got into it and into your YouTube channel. And your videos, all your old covers, and I didn't come out from it from a while. I just enjoying the beautiful harmonies and the playfulness and just the that excitement that you put out there, and why your fans love you so much.
Oh, thank you so much.
Okay, wait a minute. Did you just hear what happened? Do you synchronize everything together?
It happens on accident.
It does. I can tell.
It truly is an accident. We really freak people out, especially if we start doing it in front of our parents a little too much. It really freaks them out.
I imagine. Well, we're going to talk about why you do that and you know where that comes from, because you've been doing it since you were young girls and children. So I think that's so interesting where that's come from, and we're going to explore that just a little bit. Your original music has won 3 Pop Smash Music Awards. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Listen to this. This is amazing. 3.2 million followers on TikTok. Wow. We're going to talk about your different channels, and I'm just so impressed by your professionalism, not only as artists, but throughout all your platforms. Each one, is unique and really gives a chance for your fans to get to know you.
So thank you. We try.
Yeah, I can see that's a lot of hard work. I know what goes into it, and you, the three of you, must just work really, really hard. Very, very commendable. They were
all day, every day.
10 minutes early today for an interview, and I want to point that out for any hosts out there or TV shows or anywhere that wants to book the Sorelle sisters. It's not very common, and your professionalism is very cool. When you said hello to me the very first time, again, you harmonized unintentionally. And I think that was very cool. That was all fair. So welcome, Madi, Anna, and Bella.
Thanks for having us.
I'm going to pause here for just a second. Anna, am I saying Anna or Anna? I'm sorry.
Anna.
Anna. Okay, great. I thought I was getting that wrong. Let me do the welcome part again here. Welcome, Madi, Anna, and Bella to the Jeremiah Show. So happy to have you.
Thanks for having us.
Okay, so you go by the name the Sorelle Sisters.
Yes.
But it's not your given last name. What does Sorella mean? I'm gonna start with some of the easy questions, and then I'm
Ooh, they're gonna get hard.
yeah, they're gonna get harder.
Oh no.
We're Italian,
We're gonna have fun. So.
and Sorella is sisters in Italian. So we wanted to stay close to our roots. And Sorella, I remember the first time we kind of like heard the word, we just thought it was like pretty, and it almost felt kind of magical.
Yeah, it did.
And so like we would walk around the house, and our dad, our brother, and our mom would just start yelling out the name to see if we liked it, so that if someday, you know, we were to get famous or perform somewhere, they'd be like, Sorella, and we're like, okay, we like that name. So I think that's what we're gonna stick with.
I like it too. It's totally original. It's hard to find a band name too, as in our group name.
Oh,
it was
so
very
it was
hard.
so hard. We had like the most random things. I think one of the names we had was Bam
Yeah,
for
yeah,
Bella,
they're all
Anna, and
initials.
Maddie.
Oh, I
Yeah.
like that.
Not maybe like we liked it, but then we heard Sorella, and it was just like it's just a little more us. It kind of just like it just feels like pretty, but at the same time, kind of like I don't know. I like it. I just it was unique. Something that you wouldn't expect us to choose. Yeah.
Yeah, it is unique, and it's memorable. It for sure is memorable. Again, when I saw you singing with Vanessa in the battle round there with the Adele song, which we're going to play actually coming up here at the first break, in its entirety. When I read your name, and I'm like, wow, that like it stuck out, and then you remember it. So,
Thank you.
good choice.
Happy to hear that. That's a good sign.
Yeah, I like Bam too, but I can see people in concert screaming out your name.
Yeah.
Sorella. Yeah, so that's a good one. All right, so Italian, and now like you're from Lexington, Ohio. Is there a big Italian community in Lexington?
Not here. Our mom's grandparents came off the boat
From Abruzzi.
so she didn't grow up here. Our dad grew up here, which is how we ended up all moving here and being raised here. But yeah, there's not a huge community of Italians in Lexington.
Is your family? Would you consider, and would they consider it the Great American Success Story, moving one generation back?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
What do they? What did they do when they got here and their children were raised? Your father, right? Or your mother?
Our mom.
Yeah, your mom. So what did they do? What did the family do when they got here as Italian immigrants?
Kind of live their lives, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, my mom, when she actually grew up, she just Italian all over. Like, they were speaking Italian to her. She was like, I never learned how to speak Italian, but when I was younger, let me tell you, I understood every single word. But if you were to ask me now, I couldn't do it. But she still holds the tradition of, every Friday night we have homemade pasta and homemade marinara and all that kind of stuff.
Real pasta, real homemade.
Oh yeah, homemade.
Friday night, you say?
Oh yeah.
How long does it take to get to Lexington? That sounds great. So, in the three of you, have you explored your culture, your history, your heritage in Italy yet? I mean, I know you're young, and I'm sure it's something you will do. Or have you gone back to the old country and visited relatives? Have you done?
We really want to. We really want to visit.
List
Absolutely,
sure,
especially for our mom. She's like, I would just love to go there and see what the culture and really learn and we would love to do that sometime here in the next few years.
Do you have a big fan base in Italy? Do you know?
I check our stats here and there. It's not really big in Italy, but we actually do have a lot of people like in New Zealand, or we do have a lot of people from the UK. So it's pretty widespread for us.
We have great listeners in Italy, and so I'm glad we get to introduce you a little bit.
Oh, cool!
The more
Hey guys.
Yeah, I mean, because when you go back, wouldn't it be so great to go back as the Sorelle Sisters and return and perform there and have just such a big fan base?
That would be so cool.
Very cool. So you have not been to Italy, none of you?
No, sadly.
Not to go. You
Sure,
gotta go.
beautiful,
Sure you
awesome day.
All right, so you kind of stepped into quoted. Those are quotes from articles and press, and maybe even from your website that I read. But you stepped into your stardom really initially on social media when you filmed a cover. I love this story of Meghan Trainor's "All About That Bass." Tell me
Oh yeah.
what happened next.
Well, so we were what we consider, we were big on Vine. And the only reason we were big on Vine was because we were really, really little and very, very cringy. Okay. So like we were full on theater girls, my eyebrows going crazy, like acting and going crazy on those Vines. But one night we decided, let's do our favorite song right now. All About That Bass, Meghan Trainor. Duh, easy. So we shoot it, we post it, we go to sleep. I wake up and my phone is on fire.
Yeah.
Literally, it is like burning up. It's glitching. And I'm like, what is happening? Because we would get like 1 or 2 notifications from Vine, something like that. And then Meghan Trainor reposted us on Vine. And we were fangirling so hard. And since then, it's actually come full circle because she follows us now on TikTok. She has reposted, or not reposted, but she has liked and commented on one of her most recent singles that was out that we did a dance to. And she reacted to us singing one of her covers.
Yeah.
So it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good endorsement there, right? From
Yeah.
you do a cover and the artist actually gets back and reposts and likes it. That's a pretty neat story. I like that. I like Meghan Trainor. I've seen a few interviews with her, and she seems like a really, really cool person, nice person.
Yeah.
Have you guys been able to actually get a chat yet or get together? I'm sure that won't be far off.
Sadly, not yet, but that would be so much fun.
Yeah,
She
that-
seems like the most amazing person, and I need to meet her son. I follow
I
her on
know,
TikTok.
so
Her son is the
cute.
cutest thing in the world. I can't even.
So what does that tell you, that success? How long have I mean, you've been harmonizing, the three of you together and singing together since you were really young. What around what ages did you find that you had that that gift to harmonize, to create music together and melodies? And then the second part of the question was, what does that say about, when you put that song out and Meghan Trainor, helps in blowing you up and getting you all these great followers and putting a spotlight on your music and your talents. When did that start? And then what does that say about what can happen, what's possible in this world?
Yeah. We started singing at a very young age. Like as soon as we could talk, we were singing. It's something that we grew up with. Our dad had a guitar in like every room, and he would just randomly pick it up and start playing songs, and we would be singing. And I remember growing up, we had these toothbrushes, and they would sing while you brushed your teeth to make it more fun. And so we would be brushing our teeth, and we would actually be harmonizing while we were brushing our teeth.
We didn't know we were doing
that
it.
we were doing it. We thought we were just singing. And one morning we were brushing our teeth, and our dad walks by the bathroom. He's like, "What are you guys doing?" We're like, "Oh, we're singing." He's never really been able to harmonize. So when he heard us harmonizing, he was like, Where'd you guys
do that?
And
Backup
so
singers. Backup singers for dad.
after he found out we could harmonize,
I'm sure he thought about it for a quick second.
We'd like have us sing, Brown Eyed Girl. We'd all harmonize the laws. And,
Yeah, every day. Can you guys try to harmonize that? And we're like, we don't even know what we're doing half the time.
Yeah.
So that's why they put us into vocal training, because we wanted to really start learning how to sing. So we started getting professionally, classically trained at the ages of 5, 6. I think you just learned throughout the years. You started coming into the sessions at 3. And then you really started getting like one-on-one training at like 7 or 8. So we've been doing this for
Bella.
quite some time. Oh yeah, referring to Bella. Yeah.
Oh yes.
Because she's the youngest. She's only 15. So there is quite the age gap between us.
Yeah.
But luckily 3 years ago we came together as a trio, and we realized that, there's so much more beauty in those 3-part harmonies that you can't really get with just, 2 people like Madi and I. So we always wanted Bella to be a part of it, and we're so happy that she is now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the 3 sisters together. Are there any other family members, or is it the 3 girls?
We have a brother. He's in between Anna and Bella. He's a senior this year. He sings, but it's not really his passion like it is ours. He's a big runner, so he'll come and he'll watch our performances, and then on Saturdays we go and we watch him run. So we definitely support
each other.
him. Yes,
Oh, absolutely.
absolutely.
What's brother Sorella's name?
Alexander.
Alex. Uh, that's a really great story. So the three of you said around 5, 6, and what age?
7 or 8 for
7
me,
or 8?
Bella. Yeah.
Bella. Okay. Uh, so what did your dad, did he pursue music, or was he just music? He just loved music and played guitar.
Yeah, he loved music. That's how he earned his money in college. He would play at bars. That's actually how he met our mom. He had been playing somewhere, and that's how they met.
Uh-huh.
That kind of story,
So
you know.
Fell in love with the musician.
They brought
Oh,
them
yeah.
together. But yeah, he had always wanted to pursue music. And he didn't, unfortunately, but now he kind of gets to live it through us. He always tells us, you guys are living my dream and I get to live it through you.
Yeah, he's like, don't ruin my fun. I get to live this through you.
Thankfully, we have such supportive parents.
Yeah.
Who uplift us in everything that we do, including music. It's not an easy career to pursue. It's not like a 100% guaranteed
You never
thing.
know what's going to happen.
So thankfully they've stood by us and they've really helped us pursue all of our goals, which is why we're on The Voice right now.
I think it's so important. And again, this is not that common these days. I hate to say it, but families that support and rally around and are together and support the dreams. I think that really gives you a step up.
Yeah, absolutely. It
And
means the world to us.
Yeah, knowing you're supported and knowing that you have that love and that that backing of your family's got to give you a little extra confidence.
What gives us the motivation
Yeah.
to keep going and to keep pursuing our dreams. That's for sure.
You mentioned about, it's music industry is so you don't know if you'll make it, if you won't make it. But I think if you look at it, I've had other musicians here that I think they've brought this point up that I really, it resonates with me, that if you're doing it, you're here today playing your music on the radio and talking with us and reaching bigger audiences. You're on The Voice, NBC's The Voice. You're reaching millions through your TikTok, 3.2 million of crazy and growing. You've made it in a way, right? Because it's always going to, you're always going to the next step and the next thing and the bigger thing. But if you sit back and say, really, you've made it because you have listeners, you have followers, you have people that are enjoying your music and you're doing it together.
Yeah.
You gotta count those milestones. You got to count the daily achievements and realize,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, we have such an amazing fan base. We actually call them our little family because we go live all the time on TikTok, and we have created such an amazing group of people that truly support us no matter what. I mean, we've had people that have been following us for
Since we were
5 to
10 and
7
12.
years. Like it's been such an amazing journey. And I think that, we have achieved this goal. We have achieved this goal of really working hard on social media and accomplishing the ability to get people to listen to our music and to start making original music. Now, the next step is to fully make a living doing what we love. And that is to be, I guess the next big girl group and to go on tour and to really experience what it's like to be a true musician.
We had Girl Named Tom on a couple of times, and they, as won The Voice, and I think of them and as 3 siblings, the same as the 3 of you are here. And I've talked to them as they've gone along the path after The Voice, and they're sold out tours. They're making a living, like you said, that your goal is the next goal. They're making a living. They're hiring people. They're going through those growing pains, but they're doing it with their fans and such support. And I think that's, show up and just keep doing what you love, and your fans will follow and your success will follow. We got to take a real quick break here. We're going to take you to break with Manessa Simone and Sorelle on Adele's Someone Like You, The Voice Battles. And when I come back, I want to get the other half of that question about success and what you think is possible. We'll be right back. We've got very special guests today on the Jeremiah Show for you. Madi, Anna, and Bella from the Sorelle Sisters. We'll be right back.